Welcome back to YouTube 64. Are you too old to start YouTube? What a crazy question, right? Because I don't know what demographic is going to watch this, whether it's going to be a young teenager or somebody in their 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s or even 60s and 70s. I mean, this video is kind of tailored towards the more like older demographic, but because some people, they might have this thought. They might be thinking, you know what? Am I too old to even start this? And is YouTube a young person's game? And I'm gonna tell you right now, before I even like drag you on to get the answer is no. You are not too old to start YouTube. So we'll start right there. Get it out of your head. You didn't wait too long. It's not oversaturated. It is not too late, and you are not too old to start YouTube. Now I'm gonna tell you why, and that with your age comes experience, and that might even give you an edge here on the new YouTube. But before I get into that, I'm just gonna be playing some Star Wars Pod Racer on the N64, and of course I'm playing not on the N64. It's emulation right now, but you know what? We got to roll with it, right? And this game, this is a super underrated game. I remember when I got my N64 and I was like, oh, because I wasn't really into Star Wars games, but this one, it was actually fun. The physics, and it's different. It's not like a Mario Kart. It's not like a F-Zero. It's not like a Cruisin' USA or a Wave Race, right? You're on a freaking speed racer, and it's just cool. I loved it. I love the visuals of it. I love the tracks. Like, you guys, if you haven't played this in a while, pop it in. It's very fun. Anyway, I'm going to try and do my best here to play as good as I can here, while trying to deliver a speech about why you're not too old to start on YouTube. So, yeah, this game brings back a lot of nostalgic memories of me, like racing against my siblings and stuff. And, yeah, you guys can watch some super cool gameplay while I'm talking. I'm playing live. It's not pre-recorded. All right. So I'm over here having to walk and chew gum at the same time. Hopefully I can do it. So without further ado, you guys don't even know how many channels I see online. And it might just be my algorithm, but guess what? It can't just be my algorithm, because these channels are getting thousands and thousands of views. It's literally an old dude, right? It's a 50 or 60-year-old guy walking in the forest talking about life, giving out some life advice, and his channel blew up. So before you guys even think, oh, I'm too old, I'm 30 or I'm 40, like what the heck am I going to do on YouTube? Like, you just probably don't know what YouTube is currently, because YouTube is not like these over-the-top Twitch streamers and Kick streamers who kind of just like pander to the lowest common denominator child. You know what I mean? We're not in an era where it's only Minecraft players and Fortnite players who are winning, right? So you don't have to be that meme where it's like, hello fellow kids, and try to pretend like you're into some super childlike niche or whatever. There are older people out here creating channels, creating unique channels that, especially in this day and age where a lot of the younger folk who are kind of seeking out this advice are kind of looking out on YouTube like, let me listen to a rant from a 50-year-old about how not to waste your 20s, right? If you're a teenager about to hit your 20s, that's the type of video that you're going to watch. And guess what, guys? You think these old people highly edited their videos? No. And so if that's what you're worried about, like, oh, I can't start YouTube because I'm too old and I have no time. Well, guess what? These elder statesmen and these elder stateswomen that are making these YouTube videos, these walk and talks, they're not doing any editing. If that, I mean, they might be doing the most basic of editing, which is just cutting out any dead pauses, or if cutting out parts of the video where it doesn't flow well. Like, that's literally not hard to do, and it's not super labor intensive. Look at that, first place on my first try. Can I get a hype for that? Can I get a hype for that in the comments, or hit that hype button? But anyway, yeah, so don't think, oh, I'm too old, I have no time. Like, you might have a job, part-time job, whatever, but I'm telling you guys, the editing on these videos is next to nothing. Like, literally, there are some people who record themselves in their car while they're driving to and from work, right? And they'll, as long as the message is valuable, as long as the message is important, people will watch. And here's another thing that might blow your guys' mind. Those videos where it's just a talking head, ranting about something or speaking from their poorly lit bedroom or their car or, walking outside, those videos get the highest retention, watch time, and they have little to no edits. And you know why those videos get the highest, watch time and viewer retention rate? Because people are there for the conversation. They're not there to watch a bunch of shiny things pop up on screen and graphics and like a highly produced, now corporate video. Like, they're not there for that. They're there for genuine authenticity and to listen to somebody's thoughts who I hope can kind of present them coherently in a nice structured way. Like, if they care about the topic first and foremost. No one's clicking on any of your videos if they don't like the topic. Like, for example, who's clicking on this video that you're seeing right now? It's people who think they're too old for YouTube, right? And they might find it interesting to click on this and listen to my thoughts on it. But somebody who is, I don't know, 14, 15, 18, you think they're clicking on this video? No, right? Because they're not too old. Why would they be too old for YouTube? I mean, but you guys know how am I in 11th place or 12th place? But that scared me. Anyway, yeah, a lot of these channels, and you guys can go search them up. I'm not going to give you guys names of channels, but just listen to a lot of the guys who are giving life advice, guys that are talking about, giving advice about going through a divorce, guys that are talking about giving advice about how to start a business, guys that are talking about their failures very transparently, guys that are talking about how to, succeed with women. I guess I'll take back that last one, because some of the older guys who are talking about women, they're a little out of touch. They haven't been in the field, so I wouldn't click on a video from like an older person talking about how to pick up women or talk to women, right? Because they probably got married at an early age and they weren't in the field at all, and they don't know how the landscape is nowadays in modern dating. So that's a side note. But yeah, so there are older people starting up YouTube channels every day, and even some older people who like to incorporate aspects of their job, right? You'll have some truckers, who are 30s and 40s, and you'll have some, what else? You'll have some lawn repair people. Just take out a camera, just film themselves or set it down and maybe do like a time lapse of them doing their job. And, they'll find a way to put some type of spin or angle on it to where, people want to watch that content, whether that's because them mowing their lawns up and down and creating a very aesthetically pleasing, the way it looks is, some people click on those videos just to watch how oddly satisfying something is, right? You never know what your audience is and who your audience is. I don't even know who my audience is yet. Who the heck is clicking on these videos? Like, okay, my audience is very specific. My audience is going to be probably millennials who remember the N64 and who love these games and who want to try and start up a side gig or a side job on YouTube and, maybe earn some passive income and supplemental income and maybe one day do this as a full-time job. That's my audience. I'm not saying young people are not going to watch my videos, because I do think it's valuable for younger people too, but it's also valuable for old people, because my overall message here is to try and start something of your own so that you can free up time and you can free yourselves from the shackles of the rat race, right? Free yourselves from having to literally kill your soul each day going to a job that you detest, a job that you hate, a job that, literally sucks the soul out of and the life out of you every single day. Like, if you can, put that time and attention into something that at least gives you a little bit of passion or at least gives you a little bit of enjoyment and that you have a little bit of passion for, do that instead, right? Find a way to monetize that. I literally made a video, maybe a couple of videos ago at this point, but it's called How Hobbies Are Dying, right? And that everyone's trying to monetize their hobby, monetize their passion, which it might come off as like it's a bad thing, but in today's day and age, I say go for it. I say try and monetize your hobby so that you don't have to be trading away your time for a soulless corporation or some stupid, fat, obese boss who thinks he's more important than he really is, who only got there because of nepotism. Like, literally, guys, why do you want to work those types of jobs? And I know, some people might be like, oh, that's what keeps society going. Yeah, well, let somebody else keep society going. It doesn't have to be you, right? Anyway, there's always going to be people ready to fill those jobs. The job market is effed right now. Like, literally, you'll be helping the job market if you don't do those jobs, because those jobs are so in demand that people, or go on Indeed, they fill out 10,000 applications and they can't even get a call back. So you're telling me that trying to get people to follow their own passions and not work one of these jobs, that, our country is just going to freaking suffer. Like, I don't think so, guys. Like, maybe in 5,000 years or something. I don't know. But anyway, you are not too old to start YouTube. I don't want to give away my age right now. Well, I'm a millennial, right? I'm reaching that 40 mark. But I've started YouTube back when I was was I late teens or was I early 20s? I can't remember. But, so I've seen YouTube throughout the years. I've seen the trendy content that comes and goes. And right now there's a big push for authenticity and genuine people. Right now, like, I see a lot of channels that literally every single thumbnail that this person makes is just him in a car, and it just has a different facial expression, or it just has him in different clothes. And the thing that are getting people to click are the title, like, what's this video about? And literally that's it, because the thumbnail's not doing it. And I mean, you could say that, yeah, he looks a certain way and that's why they're clicking. Does he look like an interesting person or not? Or does he look like a bland person, right? But this is how those channels work, though. You get a couple people interested in one of your topics, one of those videos, and guess what? It doesn't matter what your thumbnails look like for the rest of them. Those people are going to go scroll your YouTube channel and look for different titles that relate to them. If they watch a video, on your channel, and one of the first titles they click on is like how to do better with women, they'll watch it, and if they enjoy your take and your kind of advice and they enjoy your personality, they're going to subscribe to you, and they're going to go search your channel for other relevant, video topics. Like, they might watch a video about, how they learned what they learned, or, how to get better with women, or how to go on a date or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I say all this to say is that videos and channels today are blowing up with little to no editing at all. You don't need, a lot of you guys have this in your heads where you're like, I can't start because I don't know how to make thumbnails, or I don't have the time to be editing. And let me tell you right now, in today's day and age, in terms of how these editors brain rot kind of edit their YouTube videos, they're cutting every 3 seconds. All right. And to realistically do that for a 10-minute video, that it used to be like the old, if you're going into an editing, it's usually like 1 minute of editing is 1 hour of your time. If you want to put all those cuts in there and images on screen and transitions, right? But now we have rotflation. We have brain rotflation, guys. Now to edit a 10-minute highly produced brain rotted video, every minute is probably like an hour and a half of your time, or 2 hours of your time to edit 1 minute. To edit 1 minute of a video. It's insane. It is unsustainable for someone who doesn't have that amount of time, and for someone who's just trying to do this on the side. Once you guys get home from work, you guys are drained. You guys are mentally exhausted. You know how much mental fortitude and discipline and willpower and motivation, whatever the freak you want to call it, and fire it's going to take for you to be like, okay, I'm so exhausted from my job. I have a couple hours left. And if you don't have kids, you know, right? Then okay, now I'm gonna put 2 to 3 hours of focused energy into YouTube, and I'm gonna try to do this right now. And maybe edit, you know, edit, I don't know, 3 hours, and you end up, you know, 3 minutes into your 10-minute video or whatever. And at that pace, guys, you know, you'll end up releasing a video every week, maybe once per week, or maybe once every 2 weeks. And yes, that could work, but that is you'd have to be, oh my goodness, just the amount of luck and the amount of kind of perfection you'd have to do to blow up a channel like that. Because it has worked, guys. If you guys want to go for the very highly produced, edited videos, and you have a very concentrated niche, and you know exactly the type of unique spin you're going to put on your type of content, it could work releasing 4 videos a month. But you have to be super hyper focused on a strategic plan for that to work. It's very lucky. And even then, you might put out those 4 videos and they might not take off until whenever the algorithm wants it to. Could be 2 months after, could be 3 months after, could be a whole year after. You get people who blow up on YouTube that have had videos on here for years, and then one day YouTube's like, you know what, today I'm going to bless this person. And then that person comes back like, wow, I uploaded this video 4 months ago and now it's finally getting some traction. Wow, maybe I'll... And they quit, right? They quit at that point. They're like, maybe I'll start up again. You know what I mean? So, yeah, why was I saying all this? I'm trying to concentrate on this freaking... God, you guys see how awesome this game is? Like, look at this environment, dude. It's so freaking cool. But yeah, so like I was saying, you can go that route of the highly produced videos and only releasing 1 every 2 weeks, and maybe at the end of a year you'll have a total of 12 highly produced wow, I just went straight into that thing, right? You'll have a catalog of like 12 highly produced documentary style, you know, corporate type of videos, and that might bring you some momentum over time. But I think we're in a time and age where it's kind of like, I would rather bet on the volume play. And what I mean by that is I'm a big fan of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. I'm a big fan of trial and error. And if you are pigeonholing yourself to only creating 4 videos or maybe 3 videos in 1 month, you are really putting all your eggs in that basket of those videos better hitting. And that's a lot of investment, emotional investment. And it's just very easier to get discouraged if those videos don't take off because of the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into them, right? But if you're out there filming in the woods, having a nice talk, or filming in your car, filming in your bedroom, wherever you want to film, on your desk, in your work office, wherever, you know, if you're able to lower down the editing time where it's little to none, and you're able to, you know, create content about a bunch of topics that people actually care about, then at that point, you know, you're probably able to streamline and put out maybe 3-4 videos a week. And now you're at 16 videos in 1 month as opposed to 1 year. I can't do math. Hold on. I can't do math. So what did I say about the first one? Oh, the highly produced. Okay, say that's like 3 videos a month, right? That is 36 videos a year on your channel. But if you're at like 4 or 5 videos a week because you've found a system that works and you can, you know, produce at a higher rate, that's 4. Let me see, 4 times 4, 16 videos in a month times 12. I can't do math, guys. What's 16 times 12? Anyway, that's the amount of videos that you could produce in a year, right? And you're going to have a better, you know, odds are you're going to have a better shot at one of those videos taking off because it's just more chances. You shot more shots into the universe as opposed to, and hopefully, you know, now I'm not saying you can't just put out slop, you know, 4 or 5 videos a week of slop. It has to be packaged well. It has to have a coherent message, and it has to deliver some type of value to the listener. They have to not regret their time listening to you. They have to click on the video. They need to be like, okay, this is what I clicked on it for. Did I get this in this video? Did I learn something? Was I entertained? Oh my, did I just go through a trap door? Okay. And would I like to come back again? That's what the listener is going to ask themselves. And if they can answer, let's see, I got something from this video, I was entertained, or I learned something valuable, I like the way he presented it, and I would like to come back for more. That's when they hit the subscribe button. That's when they check out the rest of your catalog and they binge watch, right? And so, yeah, so I guess I kind of made 2 videos in one here. Maybe I might make a standalone video about what I just talked about in terms of highly produced versus low effort. I don't want to call it low effort content because it's not. You guys call what I'm doing right now low effort. In a way it is, but I don't like that name because it still involved me coming up with the concept, scripting out kind of what I want to talk about, you know, the bullet points of what I want to hit, me being able to deliver it in a way that you guys can understand while I'm playing a game at the same time. Like, that's not easy. You guys might think it's easy, but you guys try it, right? So actually, in the comments down below, help me out here. What's another word for not low effort content, but maybe low investment content? What would we call it? Where you're creating content where it's not going to be heavily not inducive, but not having you to heavily edit in terms of your time commitment. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below in terms of what should we call it. I'll come up with I'll think as well and try and come up with a term. But yeah, this video, and the reason I got into all that is because, you know, if you're older, time is I don't want to say this, but time is not on your side. You have responsibilities. You have a finite amount of time to put energy into something. You don't have all day. You're not a 13-year-old kid who just goes to school and comes home and does whatever he wants. Or you're not one of these people who have all the time in the world who like had like a trust fund or something and can literally not work it. Wow. Did I not see that at all? Actually, hold on. Is there a better? Let me try this view. This is pretty cool, actually. Like, look how cool this first person is. I should have played with this a little bit more often. But okay, what was I saying again? Oh, yeah. The reason I brought the whole, you know, highly produced versus more streamlined, less edit intensive content is because, you know, the question, are you too old to start YouTube? The answer is no. But if you only have a finite amount of time to put into this, you better optimize and make the most out of it, right? And if you're going to do that, then it's probably going to be more beneficial for you to find a way to streamline and wow, is there no boost there or something? It's going to be beneficial for you to come up with a way to put out content that is going to be easy for you to kind of streamline and mass produce, right? So that's all I'm saying here in terms of so guys, tell you right now, you are not too old to start YouTube. There are people older than you starting YouTube and having massive success. Not every viewer is trained to watch a PewDiePie cut every 3-second brain rot video with a clown with a bunch of energy jumping on screen, acting like a complete clown, right? There are viewers, even older viewers, that would much rather prefer listening to a genuine conversation. So, and also, I didn't even touch about your experience. All you older people, you guys have life experience that a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-old cannot give on YouTube. Right? Now, let's do a mind experiment here. Let's say you're a 40-year-old man, you're a 35-year-old man, right? And you're looking at videos about how to talk to women. Are you gonna click on some 15-year-old's video about how to talk to women? Are you gonna click on some 20-year-old's video about how to talk to women? If you're a businessman who's like 35, 40-year-old, semi-successful, and you want some future tips or whatever, are you gonna click on a 20-year-old's video about business? No, and that's not being prejudiced. Well, actually, it is being prejudiced, but prejudice is, you know, we all have prejudice. What are you talking about? We all judge a book by its cover most of the time. So, hold on, is there a boost I've been missing this whole time? Hold on. How the heck do you... Oh, wow. There is a boost that was missing. Or how do you do it on this controller? I'm not even doing it right. Anyway, yeah, so the advantages you're going to have as an older person is you have life experience. You can talk about stories of your life that a lot of people younger have not even been through, right? If you have a bunch of failed businesses and you finally found one that worked, you can talk about that. Those younger people don't have that life experience and they cannot come because they're not going to be believed. Am I in 12th place? Is it because I failed those 2 times? You guys get what I'm saying though, right? Like, if you've never played in the NBA, or say you've played in the NBA or whatever, what the heck is going on? Okay, you don't need any more examples. You guys get what I'm saying. You old timers there, or you're 35, 20, or 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, whatever your age is, you have an advantage in terms of your life experience and things that you can touch on that other younger creators cannot give the viewer. So you have an advantage. Think about what you want to start your channel about. Think about what experiences you have. Think about what value you have to offer. Think about what insight you might offer that, somebody might, because nobody lives the same experiences. Our experiences are personalized to us. Everybody's gone through something different in life. And that's why, man, this just goes into my other video about human versus AI creators. People will never be able to personally connect with an AI voice the same as they will with a real human creator who's out there telling their personal story. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you guys, I drilled it into everybody here that you are not too old to start a YouTube channel. And I would say get started as soon as possible, right? I know it might seem like a daunting task, but that's only because you're thinking about, oh, I gotta do this, oh, I gotta do that, oh, I gotta have I want 50 videos. No, start with one. Literally. Start with one, and the next day, start with another, and then the next day, start with another. You could build those bricks, right? One by one. Build your pyramid, guys. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, hit that like, hype button, but most importantly, join the discussion down below, guys. Leave a comment and let me know some other topics that you guys might want to hear about, because I'm on the hunt for topics when it comes to YouTube and growing on YouTube. In a more meta aspect, guys, I don't want you to ask me what hashtag should I use, or, what should my title be, or should I release one video at a time. What I like to do on this channel is talk about, YouTube growth and starting social media on a more macro sense. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.